The Zephyrian war cruiser Void Talon cut through the darkness of space with predatory grace, its sleek hull bristling with plasma cannons and quantum torpedoes. Commander Vextar watched the tactical display with cold satisfaction as his sensors locked on to the lone human vessel drifting in the asteroid field ahead. "Pathetic!" he hissed through his mandibles, his four eyes gleaming with contempt. "A single transport ship barely armed. The humans grow careless in their expansion." The human vessel appeared unremarkable, a blocky, utilitarian design that the Galactic Council's intelligence reports had classified as a basic cargo hauler. The Stellar Wanderer showed no signs of advanced weaponry or defensive systems. To Vextar's experienced eye, it was nothing more than easy prey. "Tactical Officer Crix," Vextar commanded, his voice echoing through the bridge's crystalline chambers. "Prepare boarding parties. We'll take their cargo and add another human skull to our collection." Officer Crix's tentacles danced across the control matrix. "Commander, the ship appears to be running silent. No distress signals, no attempt to flee. They may not have detected us yet." "Even better." Vextar's mandibles clicked in amusement. "The human's reputation for cunning must be greatly exaggerated. Begin the attack run." Aboard the Stellar Wanderer, Captain Sarah Chen sat calmly in the command chair, her fingers drumming a steady rhythm on the armrest. The bridge was smaller than the Zephyrian vessels, but every surface hummed with quiet efficiency. Her crew of 12 moved with practiced precision, their faces betraying no hint of concern despite the massive alien warship bearing down on them. "Captain," reported Lieutenant Torres from the sensor station, "the Zephyrian cruiser is powering weapons. They'll be in firing range in 30 seconds. Chen nodded slowly. "Any response to our identification beacon?" "Negative, ma'am. They're maintaining radio silence." "Very well." Chen's voice remained steady, almost conversational. "Mr. Okafor, please inform our guests that playtime is about to begin." Chief Engineer Okafor's dark face split into a grin. "Aye, Captain. I'll let them know." Deep in the ship's cargo holds, what the Zephyrians had mistaken for storage containers began to hum with barely contained energy. The Stellar Wanderer wasn't just a cargo ship, it was humanity's newest deep space reconnaissance vessel, designed to look unremarkable while carrying some of the most advanced military technology in known space. Commander Vextar watched his targeting systems achieve lock. Fire plasma batteries. Brilliant green energy lanced across the void, but where it should have struck the human ship's hull, the beams scattered harmlessly against an invisible barrier. The Stellar Wanderer's experimental deflector shields, based on captured Zephyrian technology and improved with human ingenuity, absorbed the attack with ease. "Impossible!" Vextar snarled. "Intelligence reports stated these vessels were unshielded." Before Crix could respond, the human ship's true nature revealed itself. Sections of the hull slid away with mechanical precision, exposing rows of weapons that shouldn't have existed on a simple transport. Rail guns, particle beam arrays, and missile pods emerged from their concealment, all targeting the suddenly vulnerable Zephyrian cruiser. Captain Chen's voice crackled across the communication channels in perfect Zephyrian dialect. "Commander Vextar of the Void Talon, this is Captain Sarah Chen of the United Earth Navy vessel Stellar Wanderer. You are in violation of the Centauri Accords by attacking a civilian vessel in neutral space. Stand down immediately." Vextar's four eyes widened in shock. Not only had the humans been expecting his attack, but they knew his ship's name and his own identity. Worse, they had just revealed themselves to be military, not civilian. "How did they—" Vextar began, but his tactical officer's panicked report cut him off. "Commander, multiple missile locks. They've deployed some kind of smart munitions. I'm reading 64 separate warheads, all with adaptive targeting." The human captain's voice continued with infuriating calm. You have 10 seconds to power down your weapons and prepare to be boarded, Commander. This is your only warning. Vexitar's pride overrode his tactical sense. A human vessel threatens. The mighty Zephyrian Empire? Impossible. All weapons, fire at will. The Void Talon unleashed everything it had. Plasma cannons, quantum torpedoes, and kinetic bombardment systems. The space between the ships lit up like a miniature star as energy weapons carved through the darkness. But the Stellar Wanderer was no longer where the weapons were aimed. The ship had moved with impossible grace, its experimental inertia dampeners allowing maneuvers that should have turned its crew into paste. Every shot missed by mere meters as the human vessel danced through the deadly light show. Fascinating, Captain Chen observed, watching the display. Mr. Torres, are you recording this? Command will want to analyze their firing patterns. Recording everything, Captain. Excellent. Mr. Okafor, please demonstrate why one should never anger human engineers. The response was immediate and devastating. The Stellar Wanderer's weapon systems, designed with the same human philosophy that had conquered Earth's hostile environment, fired with surgical precision. Rather than attempting to destroy the Zephyrian vessel, each shot was calculated to disable specific systems. Weapons arrays, engine pods, communication arrays, and shield generators fell silent one by one. Within minutes, the mighty Void Talon hung dead in space, powerless and defenseless. Emergency lights flickered across its hull as life support systems struggled to maintain atmosphere. Commander Vexitar stared at his darkened bridge in disbelief. His crew moved frantically to restore basic systems, while damage reports flooded in from every deck. They had been completely outmaneuvered by what they had assumed was easy prey. Captain Chen's voice returned, now carrying a hint of steel beneath. The politeness. Commander, you are now a prisoner of the United Earth Navy. Prepare for boarding. And Commander, the next time you consider attacking a human vessel, remember this moment. We've been fighting each other on our homeworld for millennia. Fighting you is just another Tuesday. As the Stellar Wanderer's boarding shuttles approached the crippled Zephyrian cruiser, Vexitar finally understood why the human species had risen so quickly in galactic politics. They didn't just adapt to challenges, they prepared for them, planned for them, and when necessary, they became the challenge others had to face. The humans had let him attack first, recorded everything, disabled rather than destroyed his ship, and were now about to capture a Zephyrian commander for interrogation. It hadn't been a battle. It had been a carefully orchestrated intelligence operation disguised as a shipping route. As human soldiers in powered armor began cutting through his ship's hull, Commander Vexitar realized that attacking a human starship hadn't been simple at all. It had been the last mistake he would make as a free being. In the depths of space, the Stellar Wanderer had just reminded the galaxy why humanity's rise had been so swift, and why their enemies' falls had been even swifter.